fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Wednesday. It means time for Wednesday Night Dynamite. That's Galitha, and I am Travis. And it looks like we're 55 minutes and 44 seconds away from... Was that Brian Cage? I think it was Brian Cage and the World Champion having a one-on-one, it looked like, up in the top right-hand corner. I think that's what that was. It was harder for me to see. And right now, it looks like we got John Moxley going up against Rhino. It's not his name. Sure looks like him. It's not his name. It's Rhino.
Yeah.
I think his name's something Cobb.
Who's his partner? Because there's Brian McDanielson in the corner.
Yeah, that's his partner. And that other guy's partner's the top flight guy. Remember, he was the blonde. I actually don't mind him. I can't think of his name, though. But see, you'll see him. He's kind of a bigger dude. Blonde.
Oh, to crunch his dick? I heard what they said.
A lot of crunch dick.
Daniel McBrienson.
Oh, Nick Bryanson. All right. They call him Cobb, but we're going to call him Rhino because that is Rhino. He's got the same shape. He's got the same height. He's got the same build. That's the
He's
shape.
got the same hair. His dad's probably the same dad.
Oh. Do you think he's Rhino's son?
Mm.
He could be, I guess.
You guys got peeps in the chat.
Peep!
Sophie's in the chat. Brandon Stevens is in the chat. Chris is with us tonight. P. Cola is out there. Hey guys, good to see you tonight. Sophie said hi. Brandon says Will Nightingale marry Brandon. Chris says Daniel Bryan McBrienson fighting with the music still playing like New Jack and ECW. Sophie's letting us know all about Amazon announcing crap. They're gonna do a Roadhouse 2 as a Legally Blonde prequel series. Today, Netflix also announced that they are going to host the NFL Christmas games, and they are going with Happy Gilmore too.
What's going to happen on March 2?
Netflix announced that they are going to host the NFL Christmas games, and they are going with Happy Gilmore too.
Why not?
Chris says Liv Morgan arrest footage out, fucking hilarious, and also cop went through her journal.
That's great. Did she write anything in there that was inappropriate? Did he read it out loud?
Pico says, hiya, yo, Gabba Gabba Gang. And Sophie said Amazon also announced a Tomb Raider TV series. Pico says, go Boston, I love jinxing it right meow.
Right meow.
Sophie says yesterday Netflix, Apple TV, and Peacock are going to be in a bundle, but only for Comcast people, and it's supposed to be at a cheaper price.
Ah. Old Comcasters, huh?
She really wants to see the chat on the screen, though, Travis. Here.
I put it up there.
Not up with the game.
Well, I put it up there. Just, I guess it didn't pop up. I didn't see it. I was not looking.
People says it's Jeff Cobb from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. Or Rhino. Because he looks like him.
Chris says Harley Cameron versus Tony will equal ratings. And Chris also says I bet Emma will be laughing her ass off watching Liv Morgan arrest footage.
I know I would agree.
It'll be interesting to see how they pull off Happy Gilmore 2 with most of the cast being dead from the original movie.
One person?
Two.
Oh, somebody else died?
The black guy's dead.
Yeah.
And Grandma.
Grandma was not a crucial role.
She was a very crucial role. That's the only reason why.
All the people. What about the lady with the hurt back then? So.
It's the only reason why.
What about the guy with the back?
Of Grandma.
What about the girl with the back pain? Or the hand pain?
That was a guy. I think that was his friend.
It was a woman.
It was one of his buddies that played the part.
Well, now your back's gonna hurt. She just pulled landscape and did it. It was an old lady. You can see it.
Chris says Liv said she basically wants to transition to Hollywood and wrote inspirational quotes like future Oscar award winner, WWE Hall of Fame. So there's that.
That would be so cool. Like I said, she should play. What's her name? Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, that
She should
lady.
play Dolores Umbridge in the new upcoming series, the Harry Potter series. It would be so perfect for her because she looks like a frog.
Her mouth. Robbie says, "What up, dreads?
Short,
At least
suave.
this match is first." Yeah, with McBrienson.
A lot of people think that.
Walter says, "Hey, Travis. Hi, Daphne. Hi, Walter." Sophie says, AEW announced a new YouTube series. Walter says he didn't win bingo, but he came close. Damn it, Walter. I was hoping that you would win.
You have one job.
Yeah, you do have one job. That's to win fucking bingo. What the hell? Makes my Wednesdays, and now I'm sad. Sophie says Karl Weathers, Bob Barker, and the woman that played his grandma are all dead.
I don't know who Carl Walters is. That the?
That's
that
the black
Apollo?
guy that
Okay, I don't know.
gave it
I
that
don't know names.
that
That's fine.
taught him stuff. Chris says that she basically called Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, aka Taylor Rotunda, to bail her out. She said she never been arrested. Sophie says there's rumors that AEW TV deal is somewhat dead. Walter says John Moxley team for the win. Robbie says, is this match for anything special?
Bragging rights.
Yeah, it's so special, like short bus like special. Sophie says Roadhouse 2 is one of the surprises that probably not many people saw coming. And Walter says, okay, at 9 I'm going. I'll be here Monday for Raw. Friday is movie night. You know what, Walter? I agree. I think Fridays should be movie night. And we should do that too. And not watch SmackDown.
That's not.
Just watch movies.
I'm okay with the movie
Perfect.
night, but not Fridays or Mondays.
Come on. Friday nights, movie nights.
We could do that Wednesday. Do wrestling movies.
Chris says, and the cops didn't realize it was her at first till they saw her wrestling shoes and went through her back. She had like whole stack of cash while they were putting the pieces together. Oh, a whole bunch of cash, huh?
I wonder if she was
That
moving
she's
bunch
a
of weight.
stripper that's pretending to be a wrestler? No way. How'd that work out?
She's too short to be a stripper.
Oh my God, she can wear 12-inch heels and be fine.
That's true.
Jesus Christ, have you seen their fucking heels? She just doesn't have any boobs.
Nah, she'd need the boobs.
Chris says it's on Law and Crime Network. I thought it was gaming tonight. Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
I
but she
didn't
gave
feel
up
like
on it.
playing a game tonight. I'm just trying to get back to normal life stuff. And I just didn't want to try to play a game. Plus, I'd have to have Travis turn these overhead lights off because me trying to see and play the game, I need like a visor or something to take the lights away when I play because it makes my eyes really, really, really. I can't. I have a clip in my hair.
Take it out.
No. Walter's like, Daphne does Hogwarts on Fridays.
Wednesdays. She used to, but not anymore. She quit.
Oh my God. Just because I haven't done it for 2 nights doesn't mean anything.
You
Stop.
only did it for 2.
Just
Can't
stop.
make it, you're like,
Stop.
Well, it was a new lifestyle change.
Stop. Nobody's quitting anything. Just because I've said, no,
You
I
should
don't
just
want
do broom
to.
racing on Wednesdays.
Oh my God. That would have to be you. Because I suck at it.
I wish there was
That's
two
the part I
players.
do suck at.
Do you think they'll make it a 2-player game?
Walter says Daphne does Hogwarts on Fridays. And Sophie said, boo to movie night. I'd rather watch SmackDown. Robbie
no, I was
says,
thinking on Wednesdays we could watch wrestling movies on Wednesdays.
Robbie says, Liv Morgan arrested, screaming why, like Keenan and Kel in the cop car.
Oh, Lord.
I wouldn't be surprised. She
Or-
is a crybaby after
or when,
all.
what's her name? Tanya Harding got hit with the pipe.
Why?
I know it's not funny, but it's hilarious.
Chris says, yeah, she has 2 fuzzy bags, aka stripper bags. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin says, hello. Luther, great to hear you as always. A nice hat, Travis. What time did you get off from your paperboy route today?
Extra, read all about it.
He thought he was going for a golf look, but that didn't happen. Walter says, Ric Flair got kicked out of a pizza place drinking too much.
He spent like $1,400 before he got kicked out, too.
That's funny.
And then they booted him.
They're like,
$1,500.
you need to leave.
Like,
you
that
are
dude
drunk.
isn't joking when he used to say that he's spent more on spilt liquor than you've made all year.
Mm-hmm.
He's spending $1,200 a night.
Yeah, that's way more than I make in
Not you.
4
That's
months.
His thing.
Sophie says, so Dee was right about these streaming services are basically like how you pay cable.
Yeah. Which we've seen.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Which is what they need to do. That's why I don't understand why the cable companies didn't just beat them to it. Just go streamlined and go full ether internet.
Right. Chris says they cut the part when she blowed the cop, lol, and there was a female cop that pat her down. Well, yeah, they want to make sure. Robbie says, don't make excuses about the lights, Daphne. And Sophie says, with NFL Christmas games on Netflix, now that sounds interesting. Walter says,
cool.
Looking forward to more matches on AEW Dynamite. Robbie says, how did Liv get arrested? She was high and driving erratically.
Yeah, she was on drugs.
She was high as fuck. I don't do that. Yeah, you fucking do, bitch. You do. Sophie says, with all these new bundle stuff with different streaming services, it could be a good thing in the long run. Vindicator says, congrats to Sophie on being the only one who'd rather watch SmackDown. Walter says, Bliss will be back soon in WWE. Has she said it?
She doesn't need to be back.
I want her to go the fuck away and never come back, along with Liv. And the Uncle Howdy shit is just fucking gay as fuck. But everybody's going to be like, it's so great.
Liv is just coming into her prime, though.
What prime? She can't talk. She can barely fucking wrestle.
I'm talking about her looks. They're going to milk it until she's in her 30s.
She is in her 30s.
I don't think so. I think she's like 25. I could be wrong. She could be 27. That's why I said she's peaking in the next couple years.
Sophie says Max wants AEW pay-per-views, and they have been wanting them for a while. Brandon Stevens says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Hey, Brandon, we heard you wanted to marry Willow Nightingale earlier. Robbie says, Vin, you recorded SD what you chatting about. Chris says her bail was fucking $1,500.
That's not very much.
Like the full bail or like the 10%? Or whatever it is. Young Macho Savage in the chat, it says, I'm tired of BBC always winning. It gets annoying.
Well, they're wrestling nobodies. Of course they're going to win.
Well, they have to make them. You should go talk to Tony Khan about it. Sophie says, sorry, I wasn't here that much on Monday. I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're usually somewhere.
Brandon says, Brandon Stevens marrying Willow Nightingale. Yeah, we heard that earlier, too. Walter's like, good match. Fight, fight. Chris says, yep, that cop wasn't playing, though. First thing he asked her was, why do I smell marijuana? Because she's fucking high and been smoking marijuana. Sophie says, with the Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV bundle, wonder how that will affect WWE.
Then, you know, it's kind of a weird thing because she should be treated like Jeff Hardy.
She should.
Because it's just as bad, if not worse. I don't know the statistics. Driving high and driving drunk.
It's the same thing. And most states, they consider it that way.
Motor senses aren't that great.
They're not. Even states that have it legalized, it's literally considered driving under the influence.
I just know that I haven't done marijuana since I was in high school, but I did it in my junior year. And so I know what it feels like, right? Mm-hmm. I don't remember driving, but I probably did. I don't remember, obviously, because I'm not going to remember shit because I was high. But when I was the DDD, the designated drunk driver, I drove way better than I did when I was sober. But if I would have paid that much attention when I was sober, I would have been 10 times that good.
Right.
But I was better because when I was sober and driving, I barely even cared about what was happening on the road. Surprised I didn't just get in the back seat and hang out with my friends while we're driving down the street.
Just let it drive itself. You know, cruise control.
Yeah, well, that's what you want to do. Is
I mean, I've seen it on Anchorman. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's what it's there for. They were fine until somebody mentioned it. And then the world ended.
Why do you think Claudio Castagnoli has a crowbar? Do you think something's, like, stuck?
I
So
don't
they
know.
pry it out.
Yeah, I probably had to pry it out of what's-his-face's butthole. McBrienson.
Why do I feel like this is fake?
They're, like, trying too hard.
Well, like, not that, but, like, some of the pictures were obviously CGI'd.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if half of it's fake.
I told your ass I wasn't coming alone. Then he got beat up.
Not my own people.
Now it's time for Keith Lee to show up and kick his ass, too.
Yeah.
Swerve's house.
That guy.
Swerve's all by himself.
He's all broken. Tony's in the chat. It's the red brand. Fuck off.
It's the red brand.
It's goddamn motherfucking red brand, bitches. That's why we know it's fake as fuck. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, Vindicator said earlier, so this time next year, Travis, will we see you on the PGA Tour? Yeah, he's doing really good. Chris is like, oh, D saying gay. Yeah, as in lame. Pico's like, D has no filter. I warned fucking Travis that I didn't. I warned him. I told him 4 fucking years ago.
5 almost.
5 fucking years ago at this point. If you want me to be on this shit with you, I get to just say, I will try to keep myself under control and not say really bad things.
Curb stop right there. Look at this.
But that I will be myself. And if he doesn't like it, he can go
Do you think
jump
Buddy
off a
Murphy
fucking cliff.
Works for the red brand?
Yes. I think he works for the bread brand.
Here's Malachi. I was going to talk to Lauren about stuff about that, too.
About the red brand?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? You
Well,
guys
because
are
we're getting better. And remember, he didn't like how we were going to get railroaded and killed in that last world.
Yeah.
But we're better now.
Are we?
Well, we're like level whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, maybe after we, do whatever we're going to do in this world, like get that stone tablet or whatever, that preacher or the red wizard, mage, whatever, can send us back.
Oh, you think?
No, I'm saying I could talk to him about it, and then we could go back to where we were. Shut the fuck up. That's what Tony's chanting in the back to me. He's like, I don't want to go back. But wouldn't it be kind of funner?
I don't know.
But with our levels up?
Maybe.
I was going to do it secretly, but now I've let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, why are they
they're taking his
no,
wedding ring.
not the wedding ring. Oh, poor pledgy pants.
Do you know what he said about his wife?
Huh.
I can't remember who it was now.
Do I care?
It was Piper Nevin.
Oh,
He
God.
said, I saw Piper Nevin in the back, and I was like, oh, I wish Beth looked like that. I like those big girls.
Who said that?
Edge. In an interview.
His wife kind of does look like that.
Yeah, but she's in shape.
No, I mean kind of, but she's
And now they're taking his wedding ring.
Oh no, maybe they broke up. Just kidding. Pickle said she don't give a fuck.
Oh, God,
That's
what
right.
is this?
Vindicator says Liv knows how to have a good time, which you have to find ways when you're working in that company. Yeah, but at the expense of possibly losing lots of credibility, Liv, and I don't think that's what she wants.
I don't care.
That's her dream. Like, her dream is to be in WWE, and I think it would break her if they fired her ass or put her on suspensions and shit.
I think
She
she'll
would
be
probably
fine
just do
if
more
she-
drugs.
If she lands somewhere else, she'd land in a different company or something.
I don't think she'd do good, though. Chris says, and Liv basically doxed her phone code. It was her B-Day, 6894. Super fucked up, man. Yeah. Robbie's like, go on, Liv, high driving around LO. She's always high on TV. She does look like it constantly. People's like, oh, yeah. What's this BS countdown
family
for?
Issues. Like, of course she's going to be running away from them. It's normal.
The countdown stuff is for whatever match later.
Yes, Swerve Scott
Brian
versus
Cage.
Brian Cage.
That's it. Sophie says John Cena is going to host Shark Week. Cool.
hell yeah.
Vindicator says my DVR shuts down if it even senses SmackDown could be in the catalog. Young Macho Savage says Brandon Steven is in here. Ooh, yeah, he is. He's there somewhere. Piccolo says, oh, wow, they finally are putting a promo together. Good for you, AEW. That's the one about Swerve, and it looked fake as fuck. Chris says, and basically it was implied that the weed was Bo's. She should leave him for making her go through that, and he should leave her for making her post bail when she was on the phone with him. Piccolo says, who would have thunk? They actually set up a match. It's Pledge. Sophie said if Saudi Arabia does get a Mania or a Rumble on the year, that means the wrestlers and all the companies that usually hold Mania weekend at whatever the host city is has to be there for like a week or two.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy if they did one in Saudi Arabia. Well, if they did a Mania in Saudi Arabia. Because that's so much money that WWF would have to get reimbursed for that. You're talking like maybe $200 million just for that one event. Be crazy.
So Eddie Kingston may have suffered a serious injury. We're going to see about it at the New Japan whatever thingy-majigger. Piccolo says, oop, getting stomped, homie. Janelle said, hi. Hi, Janelle. Walter says, DM Copeland getting beat up by House of Black. Piccolo says, don't you hate it when the Snoopy bikers are beating down the AARP biker hero or whatever he is? Yeah, where's this goddamn rascal? Walter's like, Adam. And Sophie says, how did you like Raw on Monday?
I can't remember it, but I felt like it was really long.
It was forever and I hated it. That's why I've chosen to obliterate it from my mind. Piccolo's like, gang, gang. Vindicator's like, raw meat, blah. Piccolo says 100% keeps it real, yo. Sophie says, at least you do all the wrestling shows. Not that many channels do some. Watch Impact. Piccolo says, what's Buddy Murphy doing? Just stealing your boy's jewelry. And Tony said, I'm sure your viewers have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. They have no idea. Walter says, oh, great, Adam Copeland's hurt. And Sophie says, do you think when SmackDown moves to USA Network, they would make it a big deal like they did with SmackDown first went to Fox 5 years ago?
I didn't see any injury things, so...
Piccolo says, Beth Phoenix, guy, where's Julia Hart at? I know, right? Sophie says, I bet when Raw moves to Netflix, they will get a bigger deal. Robbie says, most wrestlers do drugs. This ain't Disney. They do probably more drugs in Disney than they ever have in wrestling. Just saying.
There are all sorts of...
Just saying, Robbie. Just saying, buddy.
Diddling in Disney.
Sophie says, didn't Liv Morgan get arrested before and the WWE didn't punish her? I don't know. Walter's like, Eddie Kingston injured. Pico's like, maybe. I hope it's kayfabe. Oh, the whole stuff with Swerve promo. Chris says, what's funny is Elite has titles and Jungle Cuck doesn't.
Well, he just got back.
It's so funny because I've told you guys this before, but titles in lowercase from far back here looks like titties because the T and the L look like two T's together. Young Macho Savage says, question for both. Who is the hottest male wrestler and who is the hottest female wrestler? Are you talking about talent-wise or look-wise? If it's going with looks, I'm going the hottest male wrestler right now for me is Humberto Carrillo.
Yeah, I was going to say Humberto.
Oh, Humberto. Oh, that man.
Humberto, Diddy, and...
The hottest female wrestler is totally Jade
Cargill.
Cargill. I love her. She makes me drool a little.
It's got to be Jade.
Sophie's
There's other ones that are really hot, by the way, but
yes.
Jade's on... She takes things
She's
to another
just
level.
a specimen of just gorgeousness. Her face, her body. Like, and she's like a mom and like, just, I don't know. Just, yeah. Sophie says Monday night was the first time that the announcers mentioned the QR code and glitch. Vindicator says Okada sounds like the Russian from the Rocky movie. LOL. Side note, wrestlers use the word bitch way too often. Like, expand your vocabulary, people. Yeah, more harsh words that exist than that one. LOL. They can't say it on TV. They can't go out and say you're a cunt.
Oh my.
I mean, I think Paige got in trouble for saying twat, and they fined her and freaked out, which I don't understand because twat is nothing. We make words in the United States like this bad thing, and then over in the UK, everybody's a cunt. So I don't understand why we're so uptight with our buttholes puckered about shit.
We like to censor words.
Yeah, because we're dumb. Like, hello, duh. Pickles is my choices. Drew McIntyre and Solruka. Kind of a baddie.
I like Solruka. She's going to be the next North American Women's Champion, I think.
Sophie says, I like Raw on Monday. It was fast. The 3 hours flew by fast. Not for me. They were slow as fuck, and it took forever.
Show so far.
It made me want to die all over again. Pickles is...
You died before?
Titles just be flying from ring post to post. Not sure, but I feel like I have. Especially on a Monday night. Chris says, Tiffany. Young Macho's like, Tiffany Stratton. Sophie says, hottest male just to piss D off The Rock. Hottest female's Rhea. I don't care if you think The Rock is hot. He's an old-ass man. Rhea's okay.
No, she's not the hottest. She's not even.
But she's not hot to me. Like, if she takes all the makeup off her face, she's pretty.
But she's not
But
hot.
I don't feel like she's hot. But, you know, if Mandy was still there, I would say Mandy for one of the hottest female wrestlers.
She's still not Jade.
But Jade is way prettier. I feel like her face she just has. I don't know if it's her makeup, how she wears it, or what. I don't care.
Young Bucks Reeboks.
They're pumps too.
What about son?
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, it's happening. It's official.
P-Cola, help me. He's buying Young Buck crap. So he says, has there been any wrestling show that you guys are happy to watch? So, once upon a time, I actually enjoyed watching AEW. And then they went to poop shit. And now I hate them because they're annoying and dumb. Young Macho says, I think Tiffany is the greatest female wrestler today.
Tiffany.
Well, I'll tell you this much. She's on her way to being one of the greatest if she continues down the road that she's on, if they let her. Bitch.
Bitch.
He said bitch. As Piccola says, she potentially could be. Exactly, Piccola. Exactly. We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see how that development works for her. Chris says Tiffany needs to eventually have a match with Charlotte to put her over, but Jade will go over Tiffany.
Okay,
let's
start with
I just
Tiffany.
think it's different.
Tiffany's like 22, 23, 24, somewhere in that area.
Yeah,
she's got
young.
A long road. There's a lot of women that are in their 30s, like Esther and Jade, Charlotte, Becky. So all she has to do is just wait. And then she'll come into her prime around 27 and fizzle out around 32. But those 5 years, she could be absolutely dominant. Matthew and Nicholas.
Sophie says, there's a rumor that I saw somewhere that AEW might make Dynamite 3 hours. Oh, well, that'll make it really easy for me never to want to watch it ever again. Lovely.
When are those shoes supposed to be released?
I didn't catch that part, sorry. So Liv's already 29, by the way. So she's an old-ass bitch.
She's in her peak. And you can tell, she's prettier than she used to be.
Right.
But that peak's not going to last long. That girl that they brought out on Monday, I can't remember her name, but they drafted her to Raw. She was drafted. She was one of the NXT girls drafted.
Lyra Valkyria? Her?
No, it was it was another one. She's built nice and has a pretty face. The only thing is she has no boobs at all. I think if she did what Tiffany did and the brunette...
Was she in the back talking to Adam Pearce?
Probably.
And she had a handbag, and
yes.
I can't remember else who was back there talking with him.
Yeah. If she went and just got him done, like Tiffany and Cora Jade did, she would be next level. Sometimes I don't understand why the girls don't do it, but...
I get why.
I get it, and then I don't get it.
I get it because they want to say, well, I don't need that to make myself confident about what or who I am.
Right, but you're a movie star and you're trying to sell tickets. Not everybody's a boob person, so you don't have to go giant like Charlotte did that first time. But her second boob job's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She just went a little bit smaller, I think.
Pickle says it's wild that they are giving Valkyria her shine till it fizzles out the next pay-per-view 3-week push.
That's all right. She's not anything.
They gotta throw somebody in to have Becky help put over or some shit.
Why is Christopher Daniels back on here? Didn't he lose a match where he could never wrestle here again?
I don't know.
Remember?
Did he?
It was a long time ago. It was like 2 years ago. He lost a match, and I thought he could never wrestle here again.
That's weird and strange. Pickle is like, yeah. As Sophie said, it seems like whatever is on all 3 shows you guys aren't happy with for whatever reason. Chris says,
well, it's because it's ran by the same guy now.
Yeah, it's all the same shit. There's nothing different. It's all the same.
It used to be like you got a little bit of different things. But now it's just the same. It's all the shows are exactly the same. Like right now.
Chris says, hopefully Tiffany doesn't take the Sunny route. It seems like Liv is already going down that route. Sophie says, let's see when Charlotte comes back and if she is going to be a heel or a face, and let's see who she feuds with first. Chris says, Kiana James, yeah, she reminds me of Victoria. And Pico said, yeah, Kiana James, yep, Chris, none of that counts. Young Macho Savage is like, Jade Cargill can't work. She sucks at wrestling. She has great promos, though.
Right. But working, as you say, I made a sheet to judge wrestlers. And working's just 1/30th of what it makes a wrestler.
Sophie says...
I tried to find it, but it's not there that I said it to him. That's why I was looking through.
It was there when I saw look at it.
See? Because it's here, but I don't know where he started, so I don't know. That's why I was like, I have no idea what he had said or anything.
Really? How strange. Yeah, shows on mine right there. And then he said that looks pretty in depth. Is this for all time or just the current folks?
No, I just figured we could do it for current.
And how many wrestlers you trying to rank?
All of them, one at a time, but with those credentials, we could do it in alphabetical order.
Right. So, pro wrestling star potential evaluation checklist. Your criteria would be charisma, entrance, mic skills or promos, crowd reactions, engaging with fans during the match, size, strength, speed, knowledge of moves, in-ring expertise, athleticism, storytelling, resilience, versatility, ring psychology, character development, consistency, work ethic, physical condition, markability, promotional skills, adaptability, social media presence, backstage professionalism, unique selling point, cultural impact, safety, longevity, fan base loyalty, and last but not least, championship potential.
And you could add another one in there too, just health.
Yeah, because you have some of them that they're always broken.
Yeah.
No matter what.
As of right now, CM Punk would be on that list. Somebody that can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at baseball. I used to draft guys just how good their stats could be. And one of my buddies who was a mentor, he passed away, but ultra.
Right.
He would say that staying healthy is a stat. It needs to be on your list. Because, I would have, this checklist. I'd be like, okay, this guy fits all that, so I'm going to take him. But he was injured 3 months out of the season.
Right.
Every year somehow. And it's like...
How's that possible?
If they're not going to play, they can't put up the numbers.
Yeah. Sophie said, I heard AEW has been giving 3-hour blocks the last few weeks. Maybe that is a test. They had a third hour after their show for a while to do whatever in-home, whatever it was, some weird after hours, behind the scenes crap or some shit. So the 3-hour thing is nothing. Piccolo says, LOL, I think it broke up the group, the one with him and Kazarian. Whatever happened to freaking Scorpio Sky? Sheesh. I don't know. Sophie says, I could see them holding off the Charlotte return until SmackDown moves to the USA Network. And Piccolo's like, blocks of cheese.
That's a long way.
Blocks of cheese. Chris says, yep, like Goldberg was shit. However, he got over because of his character presentation. Piccolo says, it's Wheel of Cheese. Ah, thank you. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Piccolo's like, take care, Walter. Hasta luego.
But Goldberg was so good in the ring engaging with the fans. And that's what makes him better, right? Like, because you got those people that say, well, you just need to do flips and jump off top ropes and you'll be a great wrestler, right? If you can do enough flips or arm drags or twist somebody's arm and just stand there, like Daniel Bryan stuff. Yeah. But what Goldberg would do in the ring is physically dominate, but then he would do moves that would make the crowd go, oh, you know, and they weren't like jumpy, spinny things like the Kenny Omegas and stuff. It was power. When he's picking up the Big Show over his head and holding him there, or Kevin Nash, or whoever, you know, somebody that you just don't see people manhandle, and he's physically just manhandling Hulk Hogan. You know, somebody that weighs 290 pounds that's 6'5" or 6'6" or whatever. Right. That's what I'm talking about with the in-ring stuff. That's getting the crowd involved and a lot of love. We have the one that's closest.
Let's see. Young Macho says, I only like women's wrestling. Yeah, says a lot of people. Sophie says, in the old days, I used to miss SmackDown every once in a while because of work or I was at someplace else. Chris says, same macho nowadays. I like women a little more, just not because of looks, but as a big part of it.
People says, it's fun to watch pretty women.
Injury prone is a huge factor for distinguishing the best from the rest. Sophie says, when I read that Amazon greenlit Roadhouse 2, my jaw dropped. Young Macho says, there's only 3 things to judge. 1, in-ring ability. 2, promo. 3, look, character. It doesn't make a wrestler, though.
You got to have so much more the intangibles you've got to put in there.
Piccolo says, like Big E would hit high numbers, but then you have to consider his neck. Yeah, but he wasn't injury prone before that. That was a fluke thing of him not tucking. So that was, you know, a mistake he made during an unfortunate situation. But he wasn't injury prone before that.
Yeah, I don't remember him being injured before that.
Sophie says,
especially for any stretch of time. Of course you're going to get
little things here and there. But nothing big that keeps you out for months or a year.
Oh, God, he missed.
Sophie says, so Travis checks almost all those boxes. The Indicator says, so Travis, with the Swerve and Muscle Man cage match, which outcome would you be okay with?
Swerve needs to beat him clean.
Yeah, and beat him. And keep the title.
And beat him clean. No interference, nothing weird. Actually, Cage can have interference on his side, but if he does, they can't get caught, and then Swerve has to overcome it and pin him clean.
Sophie says the guy that runs NWA says he is open to working with the WWE now. Sophie also says Dana White also said he is more open to have UFC fighters in WWE versus UFC more now than before when Vince was in charge. And Vindicator says WWE is so great. Why do they need to work with other companies? A bunch of frauds love copying AEW.
Well, they're ran by the same guy.
They're run by one large corporate company now, Vindicator. It's not like they're run by a private ownership like AEW. They used to be, and you all hated it. So I don't know why you guys are all fucking complaining about anything, really. Piccolo's like, is this just a singles match?
No, it was a tag team match.
It was a tag team match. Robbie says, bring back the arm drag takeover and the clothesline. The Hurricane Rana isn't used anymore. Whatever.
I see the Hurricane Rana
I see it all the time. Sophie says, I'm hearing AEW has been losing fans like every week. And Pico's like, oh, good, it's over. Right?
It's a tough watch. I'm going to be honest with it. And I don't know how you could even save it at this point.
Vindicator's like Young Bucks music. If it doesn't fit them, does fit them, it's terribly annoying.
He was already fired.
Sophie says Wednesday is going to be a busy week. Next weekend is going to be a busy weekend for you guys since both WWE and AEW are having a pay-per-view. Robbie says Jack Perry trying to be a heel is not working. Piccolo says there's a new PC game that everyone has been streaming on Twitch. It's called Little Kitty Big City. Huh, interesting. Sophie says, does CM Punk count as injury prone now? Yeah, he does. A lot.
That was super nice of them, though.
That they let him, that he could make it up to him?
No, they just said that they're giving him a severance package and they'll take care of his family and everything for the next 30 days.
Young Macho says Jack Perry has the charisma of a cardboard box.
Or less.
I think you're giving him too much credit.
You know
I think cardboard boxes are fun.
His dad wasn't that great of an actor, right?
No,
but I'm not going to dog on him because he was in Beverly Hills 90210.
He just wasn't that great of an actor. It's fine. He was a B actor at best.
Right, and after being in Buffy.
Come on. He was perfect in that.
I love it.
I love him in that.
Oh, Tony! Getting disrespected live on national television.
Yeah. Pico's like, rabble, rabble, complain, whine, complain. Chris says, should Wardlow beat Swerve if he is champ for over a year? And do a squash match on AEW Wednesday like when it was Goldberg versus Hogan on Nitro? That night was magic.
You know why it was magic is they filled up the Georgia Dome. Like, people don't realize that. That is a pay-per-view, but it was just a Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Nitro. Yeah, there's some eye candy.
She needs to not make her face like that, though.
Well, she's trying to get resting bitch fast. But I was talking about the guy in the back. No Diddy.
Ew. Creepy, buddy.
I was trying to be funny.
Pico says bring back the abdominal stretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vindicator
right?
says, I'm okay with Perry. More believable than Hill, Carlito, or Gable. Ravi says, when was the Hurricane Rana used last? I saw it just the other day.
I
Raw.
see it all the time. Every time I watch any of the luchadors.
Oh, Zelina likes to use it. That's one of her favorite moves.
The Frankensteiner. Who did we just watch do it?
I don't remember.
Does Steiner's son use it? What's his name?
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
No.
That's weird that he doesn't.
Tits and shoes?
Yeah. She says tits and stuff all the time. Chins up, tits out. I watched it. It wasn't bad. That Von Erich special show, whatever. I didn't know that Homeboy had lost his leg, and I watched a 2 DVD set on their family before.
Yeah.
Brandon,
you were all like, he didn't have a leg. I was telling him, I'm like, he lost his leg in a motorcycle accident. He's like, he did what? I go, look, they're showing him without a leg in the movie. And he's like, what the fuck? He didn't have a leg?
I was like, he wasn't in WWF yet.
He went on to wrestle and win shit after that. You were like,
he was in
no.
WWF.
I was like, yeah, he did.
I was like, he was in WWF after that. So how the fuck did he lose his leg? And he did. He wrestled without a leg.
I probably shouldn't be feeding him that stuff. The cream in the middle of the oatmeal cookie. Want some more? Sophie says, with Cody versus Logan, title versus title, what would be the outcome of that match? They both just are eliminated or disqualified from the match, and they both keep their titles.
Yeah.
Would be the best way to do it.
A disqualification of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
That way a title can't change hands.
Exactly. Chris says, but if Wardlow gets a title shot, he needs to face MJF. Piccola says, Jack Perry needs a haircut. Ravi says, D trying to be in the Guinness Book of Records with how many comments she can read in 2 hours. And Piccola says, then he can look like Felicity even more. Haha. Cut it all short. Ravi says, I didn't understand what Tony Storm said. Something about tits. Chris says, love this eye candy. And Piccola's like,
shoes.
no diddy. Vindicator says the entire AEW women division should live by the motto, chin up, tits out. Chris says, fuck yes, scissoring Tony and Mariah May. Sophie says, it'll be interesting when Seth, Charlotte, CM Punk, and everybody else that is on the injured list come back. Piccola says, Braun, Don Juan, DeMarco, Marco's Pizza, pizza that ass. Sophie says, do you think guys like Wardlow, Ricky Stakes would do well when they eventually jump ship to the WWE under Triple H?
Yeah, why not?
Chris says, heck yeah, even Sandman used the Frankensteiner. It was funny because he would like make a gesture with his opponent's head.
That's funny.
Before hitting the move. Pickle says, did someone say steak? And Robbie says, Chloe, you're a Papa John's fan, ain't ya?
Bend it!
Knee bending.
Bend a knee! Chin up, tits out.
Vindicator says, yeah, Sophie. Because Andrade and the Good Brothers are doing so well. LOL. Stop it. Sophie says, right now, both companies injured. Lost is like a shopping list and a catering hall. Or injured list.
Yeah.
Piccolo says they both get Singapore caned by ECW Sandman.
I guess he did LSD one time.
Excuse me, who?
Sandman, and then went out and he thought he was fighting Godzilla. And so he kept saying, I have to kill the lizard.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Young Macho says, I feel like we didn't get enough Tony Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. They needed more matches together. Why? She got a chance at the championship.
Yeah, Purrazzo's nobody that we want to look at.
Sophie's like, how many injuries does a wrestler need to be called injury prone?
Just often. Like, if you think of a wrestler and you're like, shit. You know?
Triple H's favorite
Triple H would have been
knee
injury
person.
prone.
Tegan Knox is a fucking injury prone bitch.
Basically, when we're going through the list, which we can do, it'll be fun. We can go through a list, and then we'll just be like, hey, like, how often is this person injured? Tez won already. Tez won. He's not letting go, though. Change the decision.
Who is that guy?
Some wolf.
So nobody?
Yeah.
Oh, and he's back? Oh. Is he going to talk? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you lost. It's not your championship if you lose. Losers don't get titles. His dad should have taught him that.
Oh, I don't think his dad taught him the right stuff. Excuse me. Pico says, I do like a Papa John's pizza. At least somebody does. I'm not a big fan of their pizza. Robbie says, is Aleister Black going to get a big push? Oh. Pico says, but yo hoodies on. Put your hoodies on and your chip bags in the air. It's Hookamania. Robbie says, Ricky Stakes, is he a new wrestler? Beagle's like, Ricky stakes in his new maneuver, the T-bone tombstone. You guys are funny. Robbie's like, Hook, he's a oddball. You think? Sophie says, whenever Rhea comes back, we know she is going to beat Liv. Chris says, learning tree. Pico's like, 44 times, Sophie. Vindicator's like, delete the becoming allergic to all these WWE questions in an AEW chat stream. It's because I was eating food.
She's allergic to food.
I just sneeze when I eat food. Sorry. Private's like, hello, what's the hate on No Knees Knox? There's no hate. She's just injury prone.
That's it. We're not hating. It's just
she injured one knee, was out for it for a year, came back, and then injured the other one like that, and was out for another fucking year. Injury prone. Young man says, what do you guys think of Hook? Moron.
No, thank you.
Pico says,
I don't have anything
that's
negative
the
to
answer.
say.
Stop copying my work, Sophie. Sophie says, Inside Out 2 is coming out soon. They released a trailer for Wicked today. And young man's like, Chris Jericho's theme. Laughing. Vindicator says, sounds from Jerry's slow mouth means 30-minute break later, guys. And Chris says, oh, why is the learning tree acting like a dipshit? Because he is? Pico's like, what is Big Billy doing with this gimmick? He wanted to learn. Sophie says, imagine if Jerry Lawler ends up in AEW. We'll be lucky if Jerry Lawler doesn't end up in the grave. Robbie says, you said Hook is not bad. I did not. Robbie, stop lying out your teeth and your butthole. Chris says, yeah, she always on her knees. Same with Kai and even Statlander, and she's not even in WWE. Yeah, but Cody Khan and Triple H are the same person, so it makes sense, Chris. Sophie says, WWE have been very hot, according to a lot of WWE fans. Yeah, I bet. Feels like, yeah, Ravi, you try doing things without knees. Yeah, exactly. People, you tell him. Ravi's like, do you love to low-key hate on wrestlers you don't like? Who wouldn't? I like to low-key hate on you, too. Temple Plays is in the chat. Hey, Temple says Jeff Cobb is not back in AEW. He's signed with New Japan and is World TV Champion.
Yeah,
well,
or...
nobody said he was back in AEW.
Rhino.
He was just there.
Or Rhino.
Chris says, yeah, Spaghetti Wife needs to join this learning tree and join with Christian Cage's group. Robbie says, oh, Cola, I bet Tegan can do plenty without knees. She did. That's why she has none. Sophie says, that stinks when you come back from injury and you get injured right away. Yeah, it's called injury prone. Pigo's like, yes, I miss the JAS. At least there's some eye candy and sometimes Penelope Ford. Robbie's like, you won't ever stop hating on me. I won't. Forever and ever, Robbie. You need to come to the United States and come visit us, and I can hate on you in person instead.
Get into a stick. Smack. Does his head feel better?
Yeah, did you scratch off all of his scabs?
No. I haven't done anything, really. There was a couple on the very top that were there. I don't know if they were still there.
Yeah, there's
I've
little
just been
ones,
playing with
but...
the back of his neck, which he likes being petted now again. What the F? Bill! Kick this dude's ass!
Oh, Bill can't
Midget.
hold on. He's like, I can't hold on to you. You're a slippery little sucker.
Well, he's 4'3".
Pugil's like, Shibata sighting. And Sophie says, do you think AEW will go to different countries for pay-per-views or shows one day? Haven't they already done that?
They're going to London.
They went to London this last year. Like, what are you talking about? That's another country, just so you know.
Yeah,
it's
London
in
is
England.
not part of America.
What the fuck? Piggle's like, dang, Jericho's busted wide open. Young Macho says, Jericho is great. I don't know why all the hate. You just made the list.
Jericho's great. I like Jericho.
Piccolo's like, Canada is not another country either. Yeah. Nobody counts Canada as a country at all, Piccolo. I don't know what you're talking about. Piccolo, AEW just needs to stay in 2 states. Idaho and Florida. That's right, bitches. I don't even know why they're in fucking Washington right now. Lamos. Sophie says at least WWE is out visiting countries they've never been to before to give them like a SmackDown and a pay-per-view. I was like, do you just want to point and laugh at me in person? Why would I point and laugh? It's just going to be one or the other. Pointing or laughing. Temple says AEW has a stacked roster, yet use other stars for other promotions. Why? Use the talent you already have. That's funny, Temple. Tony Khan doesn't know how to do that. So he says, I meant like in Japan or Australia. Why would they play it in Japan if they're just going to bring wrestlers from New Japan into AEW? It's silly. They're not going to have an actual thing in Japan.
Yeah, I don't know if that would even work.
The final nail.
A pay-per-view in Japan.
I don't know.
Where's that?
Chris says, no Prince Nana tonight. Yeah. People's like, we have been expressing this plot hole for the last couple of years, Temple. The Forbidden Door isn't that cool now, TK. Exactly. Robbie says, Washington, didn't you say it was a place with visiting? I didn't say anything of that nature. But if you want to see pretty scenery, yes, Washington and Oregon are beautiful states to go look at. Just don't interact with anybody or else you'll probably get some weird plague. Sophie says, do you think WWE will hold a pay-per-view in Japan at some point?
You know, no.
But
they could do an NXT one there once they start WWE Japan, because I think that's coming. Or WWE Asia.
They still thinking of doing that? I know that it was kind of their thing, and then they weren't going to.
Well, it's because they made a deal with Japan.
Yeah.
To not.
Oh, Picola says Japanese blossom trees are what I miss about Washington State. Are you talking about cherry blossom trees, Picola?
They're pretty.
They're beautiful. They have them over in D.C. area, too. When they have a whole bunch of them over there that supposedly bloom and stuff. It's a big deal, I guess. I'd rather go to Japan and see them, but yeah. Sophie says it is Raw has a lot of heels on the female side. Do they? Huh, never really noticed that, I guess.
Brian Cage, the machine.
Robbie says, are people from Oregon that bad to chat to?
Hey, look, he's
necessarily.
He must be in a bulking phase.
Oh.
Because he's not shredded.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good. I think they look better this way. Wrestlers.
Yeah.
And they're fuller. I just want Jinder Mahal to show up yesterday.
They're going to have him over here.
Modern day Maharaja.
It's too big. Sophie says, do you think AEW should do their own version of the brand split? Remember when they announced NXT Europe? Whatever happened to that?
It just, things aren't where they want it to be yet, but I'm assuming those things will take off.
Temple's like, Sophie, no, be different to WWE. Why do they need a brand split? And really, they already have kind of that split with Collision as it is. I don't know why.
They should do, what is it called? NXT Africa, too.
Yes.
Because that would be cool. I don't know if everybody gets along or whatever, because they're each one's a state.
Yeah. Pico says, why is that? Oh, I know what you mean, Travis. And Chris says, there is more livelihood in a bowling alley than this BS crowd tonight.
Brian just caught him like that.
Oh, I thought this was the main event.
No, remember, add a 55-minute countdown at the
very
beginning.
Fuck? What are they putting as the main event then? Garbage?
Probably some women.
Ah, Jesus Christ. People's like NXT Australia. Sophie says Florida hurricane season starts in a few weeks. Yeah. It's like all the tornado season. just trying to help you. Don't you like it? You don't have all those under your arms anymore.
No, it's clear.
Where are you going? You gotta stay here forever. Yeah, there you go.
Mom's picking at you. Oh, God. Lawnmower started.
Yeah. Young Macho says, what do you guys think of Brian Cage?
I like Brian Cage. I wish he was a little bit taller, but it's fine. He's fine.
Pico says, rooting for the first name to be Apollonia. Sophie says, remember the WWE first did the brand split when they had a stacked roster about 22 years ago?
Yeah. I remember that it happened.
Pico says, LOL, I probably can look up the predictions. I think someone mentioned there may be 22 tropical storms that may become hurricanes. Damn, that's a lot.
Should be pretty fun little summer.
Chris says, so many nerds will watch Liv Morgan arrest video and will think there is Uncle Clues in the video.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
they're weird.
Did you see the glitch? Pretty sure I saw a glitch.
Robbie says, do you gonna cop any AEW merch? No. Sophie says, yesterday we had a rain for most of the day and thunder. Well, that sucks. Piccolo can get all of his yard work done. What did he do instead?
Chop. Big red hand. Brian Cage. Reeling. Whose house? Swerves.
Robbie's like, you like merch, D, don't ya? No, not really. Not anymore. They don't have fun, cool sayings on them anymore like they used to. Like, there for a while, Miz had some pretty cool ones in WWE, and so did AJ Lee. She had some, too, that I bought that were pretty fucking hilarious. As Piccolo says, right, stupid jokes. Oh, that's what you're going to do. Young Macho says, why does AEW only have one women's match per show? Talk to Tony Khan. He probably doesn't like women. Piccolo says, correction, looked up an article, just meow. They forecast an unprecedented 33 named tropical cyclones, potentially ranging between 27 and 39. Eesh. So he says, it sounds like AEW doesn't know that they have a pay-per-view next weekend. Chris says, LOL, there's already video out, actually, that says if you look at her journal, it says this, this, and this, and look way too into it, man. Right?
That's hilarious. She dumped you anyway. If I could save the world. New season, June 9th. Dream, dream, dream.
Sophie says, my dog was in the washing room for most of the day yesterday while the thunderstorm was happening. Before that, she was playing the in and out game in the rain. Robbie says, they know they are just not bothered. Pico's like, it's alright, Chris. IWC loves to get too personal about who we enjoy. Maybe way too much. Yeah, empty the cat shit. For God's sakes. Sheet. So it says, for a time, WWE also had one women's match per show, and sometimes they didn't have any women wrestling on both shows. Chris says, hello, people apparently going to tune into Twitch on tomorrow at 4. Like they have no clue who to look for, but they are just going to see if anything happens. People looking way too into it. Yeah, people are funny. They have no lives. It's very strange. If you're just joining us, we have the Swerve Scott versus Brian Cage match happening right now.
It's a picture-in-picture over in the corner. Looks like Brian's got him in a side headlock. One of the most devastating moves in wrestling today. A lot of people scared of that move.
It's terrifying. Vindicator says they should go back to one women match. Most of their matches suck and put the crowd to sleep. Robbie says, so what was the point of Saraya joining AEW if she's not going to wrestle?
She's got neck issues. Probably just to be a face of the company. And make fun of fans for gawking at her boobs, which is just weird. Like, she was trying to, like, call out dudes for being dudes.
Yeah, that's funny. Rob was like, and I know her neck is crook, but still. Vindicator says, but loving the energy from a true wrestling crowd tonight with this Swerve match. Robbie says, and I know her neck is crook, but still. And Chris says, again, Vin, more energy than a bowling alley. Piccolo says, I sure feel like Swerve and Damian Priest have a bit of a parallel title reign. Sophie says, the last few years, WWE Women main evented Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views. Piccolo says, Damian is trying to split from his faction as well. Weird.
Damian. It's not weird. He needs to get himself out of there. That's for little people. He's the only big guy in there. They just need to bring in another little guy. Like, trade him with Andrade or trade him with Carlito. Although Carlito's kind of a bigger guy. You might not want to do Carlito, but...
Carlito.
Carlito.
Chris says, yeah, Saraya called the guys creeps, and they were the same guys heckling Sky Blue. What'd you expect, silly women wrestlers? LOL. Robbie says the guy with the dreads has got some moves.
Yeah, he does.
That's Swerve Strickland.
Swerve!
He's the champion right now.
He used to be Swerve Scott in WWE.
Yeah, he was a WWE guy.
Well, NXT. I don't know if he was on the main roster ever.
I don't know if he was either, yeah.
He was with Top Dollar and that group. He was their leader.
That's right. With a shitty.
A shitty. B-Fab.
Top Dollar and a shitty. Sophie says, do you think Damian Priest will lose before SummerSlam?
No. But maybe at SummerSlam. They usually will let a champion have a championship for at least a month or two. Small exceptions. You know, Charlotte's lost it before quick. With the cash in. But, I mean, even Liv Morgan had it for over a month. When, what's her name gave it to her? The UFC fighter.
Ronda Rousey. Ronda. Fake butt.
She has a fake butt.
I don't know. I just think she's a fake person. Chris says, oh, that reminds me. People also think Wyatt 6 is targeting the Judgment Day. Just because a code had said a Bible verse that talks about Judgment Day. Like, really, people? Fuck off. Sophie says, it seems like the WWE doesn't have an actual plan for Cody. They're waiting for both The Rock and Roman to come back. Piccolo says, oh, kick out of an F5. Redonkulous. Well, it's because it wasn't brought on by Brock. That's why he could kick out of it. Vindicator says WWE not having good plans is not news to anyone. Ravi says we will see Brian Cage be a bigger star than he is. Will we see Brian Cage be a bigger star than he is?
No, and it's because he's in the wrong company. And he does not do well on the mic either. If he could cut a hell of a promo, I think he could do a lot. And he's so strong, but he doesn't use his power. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
You never see just pure power moves.
Yeah. It's like he tries to keep endurance
God.
rather than power, I guess.
Like, he needs to do gorilla presses. He needs to do all sorts of power moves. Pausings. Spears. And he's athletic, so he could do things like Frankensteiners.
Chris says, I remember going to AEW show. Funny enough, Saraya was in the front row in Sky Blue versus Statlander. It was a fun match, but yes, fans were catcalling. LOL.
Of course.
Sophie says, people also say that both Damien and Swerve are transitional champions. Pugil says, a couple of wrestling YouTube channels have fired shots at old Ronda, calling her a quick failure and didn't have a very successful run, period.
Yeah, I don't think Swerve is a transitional champion. We know Damien is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Swerve is. He might not be the greatest world champion of all time or any of that, but I think they're going to keep the title on him for
a while.
8 months
at
to a
least. Year. Yeah. And he deserves it. It's not like he's shitty.
Well, he's worked at it forever.
And, yeah, Piccola, that's funny that they're firing shots at her. I hate Ronda Rousey. I think she's a dumb bitch, but everybody seemed to love her so much. I'm like, nah, she's a dumb bitch. Still a dumb bitch, and will always be one. She's a toxic cancer for wrestling. I'm surprised it didn't happen in UFC, but I think her injury got her out of it quick enough that it didn't fuck all the other women over. Vindicator says Swerve won his title legit. Damien traded a dumb case for a squash match. No comparison. Robbie says WWE, I haven't watched it properly in a while. Sophie says, I feel like whoever wins both King and Queen of the Ring won't win Money in the Bank. I feel like someone that comes in second place of both tournaments will win Money in the Bank.
Possibly. Maybe. We'll see.
Who knows what they'll do. Vindicator says, wise move, Ravi. Wise move. Ravi's like, I struggle to stay awake, Vin. Yeah, it's like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning for you. I can understand that. For any of them, really, no matter which one it is. Even this stuff. People's like, wait, but what's transition mean?
Moving from...
I look at them as placeholders.
Yeah, a long... so you've got a champion that's going to be a champion for a while. But say they're a babyface. And then you've got another baby face that you want to supplant them. You can't have them fight each other. So you have to put the title on a heel. We just saw it with Samoa Joe, by the way.
Yeah.
What Samoa Joe was a transitional champion. So he was the champion so they didn't have to have 2 faces wrestle each other.
Sophie says there are people that have backed Ronda's statement as well. Vindicator says Swerve and Cage is just as hard-hitting as I expect. Great popcorn match. WWE has that effect anyway. Ravi just asked their live audience. LOL. Chris says, well, yeah, I've heard people say that Drew Gulak is actually a douchebag as per statement by Cody. But yeah, Ronda still isn't right. I'm not saying that Drew Gulak can't be a douchebag, but any person can be a douchebag, including... women. Like, you guys try to like put all this effort that women are victims all the time. Fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. Those fucking bitches know exactly what they're doing. And ruining people's lives just so they can be like, I'm a victim when they're fucking not. These dumb cunts out there, I seriously cannot stand them. And they make it hard for women who are actually victims of horrible things happening to them. Make it seem like they have no voice because you have stupid fuck-ups like Ronda Rousey saying dumb shit that means absolutely fucking nothing. And people are like, oh no, she's a victim. Fuck off. Dumb bitch is a victim of her own stupidity is what her problem is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
She's got a stupidity problem.
Ugh. Ravi's like, hello, yeah, at 2 a.m. it will do that to you, Vin. Well, exactly. Pico's like, Ravi has restlessness, sleep apnea, and narcolepsy at the same time. It's why we're worried if he's taking baths or eating soup while such things are happening because of drowning issues. Sophie says we don't know about Gunther's visa issue because that could affect the result of his match with Jay.
Oh!
Vindicator is like giving faces. Robbie says, El Cola, how did you know? Sophie says, remember for a while the IC Championship was being hot potatoed like every couple months?
Yeah.
Robbie says, wow, that was the tamest low blow. I'm surprised Swerve felt a thing. Sophie says, Miz and R-Truth and Grayson and Austin Theory, I could see them being transitional champions. And Pico is laughing. Vindicator says, I'm a douchebag about 30% of the day, usually between the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I mean, hence, we all are. Women can be fucking douchebags too. And I'm guaranteed
Swerve and his family.
Guaranteed to tell you.
Oh, and he busted it right on his head.
That motherfucking Ronda Rousey is a fucking douchebag too. So, there you go. No matter what innocent crap she likes to pull, she's probably a major douchebag.
Mama Wayne looks old.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Hopefully it's not in the eye.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous place to get cut. I was like, I haven't fallen asleep in the bath for ages. Yeah, well, it's because we warned you not to. Or to eat soup during this time of the night.
Why did he embarrass his son, Nick Wayne?
Pickle says, man, I honestly wish I could avoid the hours of productivity between 6 a.m. to noon. Oh, we have to be productive during those hours? That's just weird. Pickle's like just cranky in most of the mornings. It's because you're getting old. It's fine. Why do they have to bring this? I get
It's Christian's thing.
I get it that it's his little weird gimmick now, but I just think it's weird, the whole bringing kids into it shit. Okay, Robbie's like, oh, I don't eat soup at this time. It's probably a good thing, Butter. You'd probably die in it because of your narcolepsy. Sophie says, if AEW pay-per-views do go to Max, that could get AEW new fans. I don't know if they will watch weekly, though. Fox is replacing SmackDown with college football and random stuff for the 24-25 TV season. And Christian, Piccolo says, Christian has lost his edge. LOL, that's why. Oh, that's why he's weird.
He lost
Makes
his
sense.
edge.
He lost his edge. Yeah. They had a real big falling out when they even came here. It was sad. Terrible. I'm sure they probably cry about it at night all the time.
I bet you they do. There's a lot of tears.
Makes sense.
Allow. They got an actress that was too pretty. I'm not saying this girl's pretty by any means, but I looked up this real lady. Amy Winehouse.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I didn't say she was pretty. Sophie's like, I only eat soup if I'm sick. You're missing out, Sophie. Rob is like, some women play the equality victim of how hard it's to be a woman instead of just getting on with it and have a good time. Yeah, I have no sympathy, let alone patience for any of it. Pico says, I would be spooning my pillow in a fetal position if I were Christian. He probably does that, Picola. He just doesn't show it out on the wrestling stands. Chris says, yeah, Travis, those are English chavs. Ain't that right, Ravi? I don't know what that means.
Maybe Amy Winehouse? I don't know.
Maybe.
Because she was hideous when I looked her up last night. I was like, oh my God.
So it's like I've been watching like old episodes of SmackDown.
Nice. I don't know if I could do it.
I know I
just
wouldn't.
Watch like a weekday show?
Couldn't
Obviously, I could watch
ever.
a pay-per-view, but I don't know if I could just watch a weekday show. I guess I could.
Oh, Chris says, yeah, that's what English sluts are called. Well, chops.
Ah.
Would Ravi know that, though, Chris? I mean, he doesn't seem the type to just hang out with sluts constantly. Just saying. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. But maybe he does. I don't know. So it's like Amazon released a trailer for a film with Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell that is coming next year. Cool. Chris says, but not her. I meant women that dress like that. Oh, no, right. Piccolo says, is Drew Gulak in the same band circles as old Dick Flippy Mustache, bro? I have no idea. If he is, it's dumb. I don't feel like he should be, but whatever. Vindicator's like SmackDown. Yawn. Sophie says Will Ferrell is going to star in a Netflix series based on golf.
It's awesome.
It's weird, but okay.
Bagger Vance. You like Ben Hogan? He could do blackface and be Tiger Woods. That'd be hilarious.
What would be hilarious?
Will Ferrell
Oh.
being Tiger Woods in a series. They need to start bringing back real comedy. I feel like the comedians should just like force it back on our society.
So I guess that was the YouTube show that What's-His-Face was yakking about. Oh, let's see. Chris says, oh shit, describe a match between Val Venus versus Joey Ryan.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord. People's like, cancel culture truly took the legends. Velveteen Dream, Riddle, now Gulak. Robbie's... It's great. Rafi says, there are a lot of shavy slags who put themselves out there and quick cry rape when they are the ones teasing, looking for attention. Yeah, that's the whole I'm a victim mentality that I was talking about earlier, Ravi. Sophie says, me and my mom started rewatching How I Met Your Mother with our roommate because she has never watched it before. Piccolo says, am I being sarcastic? Shucks. Jobo. Chris is like, timeless time. Oh my god, why does he breathe like that? Ugh, seriously.
I'll fight you, he says.
Oh, he said it after he left, though?
Right? Let me talk shit to you as you walk away.
Loser.
He's too large to be wearing a floral pattern.
That's hilarious. Perfect. That's funny.
Uh-oh. Timeless time.
Oh. People, he said he knew what it meant, like what you were talking about with the injury-prone stuff. Like... But do we have to go all Barney style with the whole injury-prone statements? Because of Sophie, like, what do you mean by that? It's just silly.
Toni Storm's a big sturdy girl, isn't she? That we call her.
She's just thick in the trunk.
Sturdy.
Sturdy in the trunk.
Very sturdy. Here's Harley Cameron. She's sturdy.
She's got a knife.
She have it with her.
I don't know. She might.
No.
Where's her friend Paige at? I thought she was coming out with her. I thought they were besties.
I'm glad that she's on TV. We haven't got to see her on TV, and she's been around for like 2 years.
Her? The knife lady?
Yeah. It's funny. She's such a, what do you call that? Instagram? Like a beauty queen on Instagram. But she's just not.
Pretty?
She's
That
not
pretty?
what she looks like on Instagram. How about that?
Oh, yeah. No.
But she's not bad. I'm just saying that she's definitely not her.
Oh, let's see. Ravi says Toni Storm better deliver after she's bigged herself up for the longest. And Piccolo says Harley doesn't have Miss Paige, and Chris says, "Holy shit, Harley is actually good in the ring. She's quick too." What WTC? And Chris says they banned from ringside. Ooh. Piccolo's like, "Oh yeah, I think the same when Shotzi and Harley and the other girls post pics."
Yeah, you know, and they do it together. Her and
Okay, So
but Scarlett's is true smoke.
I'm going to tell you guys this much, okay? One, they wear different makeup when they're on TV because they're on TV, so they usually cake on the makeup like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's called filters, motherfuckers.
Right.
And those bitches use those fucking filters to save their lives to make them look prettier than they are. Because most of those bitches are hideous hags. And they use filters to make themselves look like they are the bomb diggity when they're not.
But let's
Not only is it fake as fuck for this shit that they put on their face, for the makeup that they use to contour their face to make it look like their nose isn't as big as it really is. Or that they might have fucking cheekbones when they do not. But the filters, the fucking filters they use of fake shit is even worse.
Serena Deeb up there with something a flag.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Anyways, Scarlett Bordeaux is a true smoke show. I don't care about filters or anything else.
I'm just saying that when you actually see them in their natural, like, look, like, then you'll know for sure if they're pretty or not.
Right.
Like, these women who go on Instagram and stuff like that, like, I get it. They're hang out together. Good for them.
The three of them all hang out together.
Yeah,
they
great.
They take pictures all the time together.
And they put filters on every single fucking picture that they take. Have those motherfucking bitches no makeup on and take a fucking candid picture and see what they look like.
Scarlett looks good all the time. And so it's like a filter doesn't filter her.
I understand. That's what I'm saying, though. If they are pretty, they're going to be pretty. Like, it's like, okay, Rhea doesn't, when you see her pictures on Instagram without all the makeup that she uses for her character, she actually has a pretty face. Mm-hmm. She's not using a fucking filter. That is a candid fucking face.
Did you see the picture of her taking a picture with a fan? So she's taking a picture with a fan. The fan's all excited taking a picture with her. And Buddy Murphy's, like, behind them and over to the side just sitting there. Like, waiting for the picture to be over. Like, he wasn't invited to be in the picture.
Who would invite him? Nobody wants him in the picture. Like, I agree. Sit over
Buddy
there,
Murphy.
you weirdo. Ravi says, why have AEW robbed some of Lacey Evans' gimmick with Tony Storm? Piccolo says, filters, motherfuckers, yiggity, yeah. I mean, that's what will give little girls a complex. Ravi says, Dee uses a filter on her live streams. I so do. And Chris says, and Scarlett. Piccolo's like, I'm sure they use wigs and other stuff to elevate their beauty. Which is fine. Great. It's awesome. I'm glad that they do that to make themselves feel better or whatever it is. But you cannot sit there and tell me that it's not a fucking lie. It's a lie. You are putting on a mask to be something so that you can look a certain way that you do not look without it.
I saw this girl, and she had no teeth.
Enhancing your features is different than changing yourself.
She had no teeth.
Yes.
And she was old.
Yep.
And she did a makeup tutorial thing.
She
looked so good at the end. I was like, oh, no.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
And they wonder why men don't want those kind of women. And they don't want to deal with that kind of shit. And they're skeptical about them because it's a fucking lie. That's not who you are. Who you are is the dumb bitch without all the shit on your face and the no fake teeth in your mouth. And you have, whatever happened to your teeth. I don't care. I don't care what caused it. If it's a genetic thing or having kids or whatever issues happened. You cannot come into a relationship or even a friendship on that type of lie. It doesn't help anybody. Like, oh yeah, this is my girl when she's all made up. I met her like this and I fell in love with her and then she took off all of her makeup and her teeth
it's
and
like the lying
fucking
game.
Whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, do I still like it? I'm not sure if I do.
You ever seen that?
The lying game?
I
don't know if I have.
It's about a dude that falls in love with this lady and he loves her so much and then finds out it's a dude.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Chris says Shotzi is actually hot without makeup. And that's what I mean. Like, I get using makeup to enhance your features. makes sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you? But to use makeup to lie about what you really look like, I feel like that and they can't get mad when people are like, that's not you. That doesn't even look like you. Like, because it's not. That's not you. Peagle says, a photobomb of Buddy. Yeah, photobomb. Ravi says, do you think makeup is necessary for women? Is it necessary? No. Is it something that women should be allowed to enjoy and use? Yes. I feel like they should be able to. Most women who are confident in themselves don't use a lot of makeup. They may use some makeup, but they aren't making their whole features of their whole face look completely different because, oh, my cheekbones aren't high enough. But if I make an illusion that they are, like, that's not loving yourself. That's not. I mean, just my opinion. Just mine. Nobody else's. Oh,
Jody
no, she
wins.
killed her. She didn't get to stab her. It wasn't a title match, but feels like he's skulking and holding a dozen roses. The cock.
Yeah.
That's even funnier.
So you have seen it.
Chris says, damn soccer mom Deeb is looking so good. I'll take your word for that,
face
Chris.
sometimes, but
I'll take your word for it, buddy. I'm not a fan.
I think it's the sparkles and then her hair's nice. So it makes her look, like you'd say, oh, you look nice today if you saw her,
Ravi says, Bailey is a piff ting without makeup. And Chris says, Harley kind of reminds me of Bunny. I miss her, man. Right? Pico says, sometimes on my wall I see the AI set up a picture of Bailey in a bikini. All lies. Yep. Ravi says, so D, you don't think fake eyelashes and lip filler are the way to go?
No.
I don't. I know a lot of girls that do that kind of stuff, and that's fine for them if that's what makes them feel better about themselves, but it's probably not really going to fill or fulfill whatever their problem is of not feeling confident in themselves. Chris says Wardlow looking like an NPC in the back.
I know.
Non-playable character because he's not really part of the group. Rob is like, isn't makeup meant to hide fine lines and wrinkles, D? I guess. I don't know. Is it? Is that what it's supposed to be used for? Ravi, you tell me. Are you a woman? I have no idea. Chris says, describe a British rules match between Will Ospreay versus William Regal. Ravi's like, oh, why would anyone want a trout pout? Ew. Are you talking about the lip filler stuff? Some people don't like the way their lips look. That's a confidence issue. That's all.
That's why you're champion, bruv.
That's why I'm champion, bruv. That's the Southside Wrestling.
Ravi, is that what you sound like?
Sometimes.
Bruv.
Should we have him give us an old thing?
Cut us a promo, bruv. Why is fucking Steve Urkel out here with a championship belt around his waist?
Oh my God, did somebody teach him how to talk or he forgot how to? Because Jesus Christ, that was lame as fuck.
Another neck injury for him too? Jesus Christ. Oh,
no, that was right. He had a freaking thing on for like 5 years. Chris says Will Ospreay doesn't need this title. Pico's like, oop. Why is Will like gross looking? He looks like he's sick.
He's English.
Oh, is that why?
They're very white. They don't have sun.
Mility bruv. Robbie's like, Najee, I don't sound posh like that. Whatever. You say bruv all the time, man. We know you do. Bruv. Vindicator says, so I just came across some news about Tatum Tiffany Stratton, getting in trouble online for posting a video of her slapping Jade Cargill and saying black bitch. Piccolo says Roddy just here as a placeholder. Is it though? Is it really her saying it? Is it really her?
Why would it matter?
And
she is that
bitch, so I don't know what difference that makes. Vindicator says people were outraged because it came off as being racist. Interesting. Yeah, people on the internet are dumb. They need to pet grass. Chris says, and the rating went down about 10K viewers and counting.
Oh, fuck.
Chris, the rating for what?
This right now.
Oh, this garbage? Oh, God, this dumb bitch. Robbie's like, I say brutta more. Bruv is more an East London expression. Mm-hmm. Chris is like, yes.
What is she wearing?
The Quitter?
She looks like a Smurf.
The Quitter is unfortunately on my television. Gross.
Smurfette.
My television now has an STD.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. Ew, indeed. I don't want to look or see any of this.
What's around her ankles?
It's probably her, whatchamacallit, from being arrested and stuff. What do you call those things? Ankle bracelet. It's probably her ankle bracelet. Monitor. Her ankle monitor, yeah. That too.
It's just her shoes. Why is she trying to be a stripper all the time?
Oh.
Her shit is just
so gross.
Bunk.
She just grosses me out in all ways.
She needs to change this. It's bunk. It's, I don't know, parked.
I think all the people really like it.
Have you seen that teacher? He makes up words.
No.
Oh my God. So he was a substitute teacher. And so he makes up words that sounds like they would be cool. And then he goes to the different schools, like so talking to the 8th graders or whatever, and he'll say the slang that he made up. And then they're like, nobody says that. And he's like, at the high school they do. Just teaching there yesterday, and they were saying about. And so he gets the kids. What's it called? You say the word every once in a while. Black washes or tarnishes. You say it. Fire bombs. Come on, you love dogs. You know dogs. You love them so much. Oh, you just love driving Corvettes. What's that called?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
You use it all the time.
Oh my God.
But anyway.
Great. I can't use it now because I have no idea what you're trying to tell me I say.
What's that called? I'm telling you what to say. I'm telling you what to believe. You use the word all the time. I can't think of it. Fireball or something. Firebomb.
Stop saying words that don't mean anything. Your thing's too close to her. I don't want him to hear your stuff.
Anyways, you use the word all the time. Gas bomb.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
God.
So he gaslights his students into using these words. Parked. He made it parked, like you park a car.
Right.
Oh, that's so parked, man.
Oh, God. That's funny. I mean, it's funny, but still.
Gaslighting. I knew it was something like that.
Gaslighting.
Firebomb.
Jesus Christ, Travis. Fuck, dude.
I don't use that weird shit.
Why? Because it happens?
Why is this broad on my television?
They're trying to sign a contract to make it worth
Willow's terrible.
They're like, let's try to make this fucking shit relevant. You know, the last time they met, they were bad together. Let's make it even worse. Oh, Piccolo had said Roddy just here as a placeholder. Chris said, and the ratings went down. Ravi says, I say brutta more. Oh, I read those. Chris says, yes. And Vindicator says, LL, pet grass or touch it. If you pet it, you probably have to feed it too. Not necessarily. Piccolo's like, I'm watching NBA. Probably a smart thing. Chris says, stats knees, baby. LOL.
Hey, does anybody know the series between the Wolves and Denver? Did Denver come back in that? Because I know they were down 2-0. Now she thinks she's the face of TBS. Bitch, you ain't the face of anything. Maybe Jenny Jones or Jenny Craig. No, thank you.
Vindicator says, so y'all dislike Mercedes' outfit? The quitter?
I don't like it.
I don't like anything about the quitter.
It's just old.
She grosses me out on every scale.
It's just...
Robbie says, who's this
Yesterday.
rascal in the bright outfit? Which one? They're both retarded, and I hate them both. As people's like, gaslighting? Ah, yes. Yeah, that. Vindicator says, I still hate in-ring contract signings. Pico's like, Denver is up 3-2. Ooh.
So
Robbie,
Denver came back, so they're basically in the middle of a sweep.
Damn.
3-0.
Robbie says, quitter, she's turned into a wallet with her shitty music as well. And Pico says, yep, they might beat the brakes off them whoobs.
Dude, if they win and go 4 in a row, they might just sweep the rest of the way.
Vindicator says finals will probably be Denver versus Boston. Boston winning.
Well, because the East is so terrible. Like, I didn't realize how bad it is, but it gives you, like, a false sense that they're good. But it's such a B league or a C league. The West is obviously the, I don't know what you'd call it. The big leagues.
Chris says it looks like cheap tramp outfit. Robbie says quitter's outfit isn't bright D. LOL. Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. But do you want to talk about the difference between a purebred chicken and an inbred chicken?
And I used to like her, but...
Want to talk about the difference between a purebred chicken and an inbred chicken?
Like, is it a joke or is it like a real thing?
It's a real thing. Look, that's a purebred chicken. So that's a purebred.
Oh, God.
And then that's an inbred chicken. Pickle says, Travis, the West has always been the better and more competitive conference.
Well, let's not say always.
Yeah, not always, Pickle. Don't lie.
I mean,
don't make it up stories.
The Bulls have 6 championships. The Cavs won 1 or 2. No, 1, I think. Miami's won a couple. The Boston teams won like 17 or something. Detroit won a couple. 3.
Robbie says, so this rascal with the title, is she any good in the ring? She likes to break people.
Did the 76ers win 1? I think the 76ers won 1.
Pico says, remember the Spurs, the Rockets, the Clippers, the Sonics, the Jazz, the Lakers, always been a contender. Now the Nuggets been showing up.
Yeah, but the Jazz never won a championship, though.
And Pico's like, I am, LOL. Well, you don't follow my theories. Oh, no. The quitter thought she could take her jacket off really fast and look like a stupid hoe bag doing it.
Oh, God. This girl looks like she escaped from jail.
My God, what the wrong
is
wrong with her fucking shoes? Jesus Christ.
Are they Crocs?
I don't know what the fuck they are, but it's hideous. Everything about this is gross.
She's got like a jail outfit on. That literally reminds me of something that you would see somebody escape out of jail. Look at her outfit.
She's like, I escaped out of jail with my belt.
And it's like a rope tied around her neck or waist.
Her neck. Chris says, so fucked up because our pitcher that threw a no-hitter earlier this year got 10-game suspension for sticky substance.
Oh, that's stupid.
But we still fucked up the Astros. Yeah. Or fucked up the Astros.
A's. It's the
A's.
A's.
Oh, the A's. Robbie says, D, the quitter is truly finished. Finished. LOL. Just look at her. She might as well be an Impact with no one cares about her. Yeah. Well, she's a loser face. Piccolo says most Western teams all have to win 50-plus wins, but when it comes to Eastern Conference, most can squeak in with a 42-40 record as an 8th seed. That's most what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's no depth in the East. Yes, you're 100% correct. They can be top heavy, like Charlotte used to be.
Yeah, like they used to be.
Charlotte Flair, they. Remember she used to have those big boobs?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's time to leave.
How is that not the main event? What's left?
I don't know.
You do
garbage.
the contract shit at the end.
Exactly. Pickle's like,
taking my earpiece out.
Rob, I know. Mine's behind me too because I don't want to listen to any of the quitter yak its face off.
Thought it was
annoying much. Robbie's like, did you guys ever have any basketball shirts?
No.
What? No.
I mean, I had a Lakers jacket and shoes and a shirt that was like a sweater, a hat, a Lakers hat. I used to be a huge Lakers fan.
Huge.
I loved my Magic Johnson, loved Magic. And then I came home from school one day. Actually, I wasn't home. We showed up at Jordan Moser's house, and his mom goes, "Did you hear about Magic Johnson?" I was like, "What?" "He has AIDS." Never liked him again.
You're dead to me. Dead. Dead, I say, sir. Dead.
I became a Jazz fan.
Pico says,
I literally just jumped ship.
Tiffany Stratton now. And Robbie's like, no jerseys then? No, I never had any of that crap.
Oh,
Pico says, I wear the same 2 jerseys till they get faded and lose the threads.
That's great. I have hockey jerseys. I've got the Blackhawks and the Colorado Avalanche. I like the hockey jerseys because I like they're long and
right.
They're more.
Pickle says, Robbie, I have a blue Houston Rockets Yao Ming jersey.
Oh,
there you
sick.
go.
Yao. He was going to be the future, but he had something wrong with his ankle. Couldn't do it.
Pickle says, and Ray Allen, Sonic's jersey with yellow and white numbers. Nice.
I forgot about Ray Allen playing for the Sonics. Not kidding, I forgot that he played there. That's funny. The Rainmaker. I forgot that they go over on this stupid thing. So it's not over in 10 minutes. It's over in 20.
Ugh.
What are you watching?
She's making sandwiches.
She don't look like she's ever missed a sandwich.
Be nice.
Be nice. She likes her sandwiches.
It's fine. People can like things. We can say the same about you.
That I like sandwiches?
Yeah, that you look like you like sandwiches. Mm-mm. And you've never missed one in the day in your life.
I miss sandwiches all the time.
Pico says, I had given or actually had someone borrow my LaDainian Tomlinson powder blue Chargers jersey and never got it back.
Oh.
Was it a woman?
LT.
It was probably a woman, wasn't it? Yeah. Basic bitches. Robbie's like, D is a basic tee, hoodie, shorts, plain pants type of gal. Robbie's like, Renee, she got about on AEW. Mm-hmm. Sure.
The Rainmaker. Is he coming out again? Or did it rewind?
I have no idea what's happening.
Pretty sure they just introduced this. Oh, that's not the right one. To watch it one more time.
Yeah. At least 5 more times. As Rafi said, that's a cool shirt. Cola and Pico says, and I had an awesome MJ North Carolina sky blue jersey. I don't know where that thing went. And Pico's like, yeah, probably my ex has it. I bet. Basic bitches.
Dames.
Ravi's like, how did Renee get in the ring so fast? I don't know. Did she fly down there? I didn't even know she was involved.
Why do they have one half of a tag team going up against a champion? This is some WWF shit here, too. Ain't nobody want to see Dax Harwood wrestle in a non-tag team match. Oh, Jesus. And of course, it's one of these matches.
Yeah,
The
one
Daniel
of
Bryan
these.
special. It's like, Daniel Bryan, anything you can do, I can do better. No.
Pickle says, what's Baldy doing on my show?
Exactly.
There's a beef on the internet between Dax and Eric Bischoff. Y'all know anything about it?
No.
Nope. Don't get on there to even see that stuff.
Eric Bischoff just lives down the road.
Robbie says Tony Khan knows how to run a show really well.
When I say down the road, I mean like 100 miles down the road. But it's literally down the road. Wouldn't even have to turn.
That guy? Eric Bischoff? Really?
Yeah, he lives in Montana.
Ew, gross.
Right down the road.
Ugh, what a loser face.
Why?
I don't know. Just a loser face.
I like Eric Bischoff. He made wrestling good once. But that was a long time ago. Although when he was the guy on AEW and he did the press conference, that was the first time we had ever heard Orange Cassidy speak. And I was like, oh, Orange Cassidy can actually talk.
People's like, yeah, in Montana somewhere. Yeah, Montana somewhere.
It's actually the name of the city. It's called somewhere. It's right next to Anaconda. By the way, that's a true
I was
place.
behind a vehicle today when I went back from lunch that they had bought in Anaconda, Montana. Literally. I thought that was kind of funny.
My dad was born there.
I know, that's why I remembered it. Pickle says, in a wrestling galaxy far, far away, right? Rob is like, you enjoy Tony Khan's content you watch every week. Do I, though? Do I?
She makes me watch it.
I don't fucking
Yes,
make
you
you do
do.
anything.
I've came up with multiple different things to do on this night.
We can watch movies. I'd rather watch movies. I'd be okay with that.
What movie?
I have no idea. You said it
Would
had to
they
be
be
wrestling
wrestling
movies. Pickle says the
I've
fourth
never seen
man
The
better
Wrestler.
be Arn Anderson or Brock Anderson.
It could be Brock.
Hello, Mr. Brock Anderson. That's funny.
Who's the fourth man going to be? Do we find out tonight? Or is it going to be next Wednesday?
Oh, they have Brian McDanielson on their team? Ew.
Yeah, they got him last week. It was terrible.
Gross. Why would they do that?
So we all get bored?
So weird. I don't understand why they do such weird things.
Can you imagine McDanielson and the FTR in the same ring on the same team? Like, it's just three of the same dude that are just going to do the same moves.
Isn't that what it is right now? Like, those
Well, I don't
three
know
are
how
going to
good
be in
this
that
Okada
4-on-4.
is. This Okada's supposed to be actually pretty bad. I would like to see him with black hair, Okada,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit better shape. Like, not bigger or anything, just more toned.
And see if
But
he's
with dark
worth
hair.
something.
But the blonde hair looks goofy. There's too many blondes in this. The group from Australia.
The group from Australia.
Yeah, that one guy. Blonde hair. Top Flight or whatever they were called. We just saw him. He was in the first match of the night. Leave is paralyzed with things on the internet. I see it. I saw it. Need to get one of those for Wellington.
Pickle says, so wait. Is it Stadium Stampede or the Anarchy at the Arena? Or what other idiotic gimmick of gang warfare? I don't know what the stupid thing's supposed to be, the 4-on-4.
Same thing.
Robbie's like, are the Acclaim going in the right direction? Do they still have them? I thought they
I
were
don't know. They're
gone.
probably on Saturdays, and I don't watch Saturday.
Pickle says, who's someone who hasn't been on TV that they could throw in? I'm going to go with Miro, he says. Is he on Saturdays? I mean, I feel like he's probably on Saturdays.
Yeah, you know, and it could be somebody that we know, like Kenny Omega. Because he's in the hospital and he's recovering. It's probably going to be Omega. Would be my guess.
Omega?
Yeah, Kenneth.
I thought he was dead.
I know. That's why it makes sense that it's him.
Oh, he's going to be on the FTR side? What?
Yeah. He put together this team.
I feel like that's... No.
Oh. They need to end this shit. We're already 1 minute over.
Yeah. Garbage.
Just pin him. We all know who's going to win. The Rainmaker. Spartacus. Actually, wasn't it Gannicus?
I thought it was, but...
Gannicus is
I
the
thought it was
bringer of rain,
Gannicus,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Robbie says they need to move some people to Wednesday. Vindicator says, so Travis, are you willing to be on board with tag team wrestler Dax as a single champion, or will you always be against that concept?
I hate the idea of it. Don't even want to talk about it. It's kind of like Jimmy Uso going after singles titles. It's just dumb. Plus, Dak isn't a champion anyways.
Right.
So why would you break him up?
Right. Pico says, and the fourth member of Team AEW, it's woo, Ric Flair's libido. Robbie says AEW, they don't really do cage matches, do they?
They do. They have that one that they do every year.
While.
The double ring one that WWE does also. War Games. They call it something else though. Stadium. Nah, I don't remember what it's called. I thought I was going to be cool and say it, but I'm not. Jericho fell off into a bunch of cardboard boxes once.
Oh, he broke himself. It was terrible. Vindicator's like, well, all right then. That's all I wondered. LOL. You guys take care, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Vindicator. You should have to stay and watch the rest of this garbage crap that you like so much, but you never do. Piccolo says their best AEW cage match was Wardlow and Cody. Piccolo says, bye, Vindicator.
Bye.
Yeah. Why this is still on is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Because Dak Harwood is the Jey Uso of AEW.
Oh, great.
You having fun on your internet?
Yeah.
A lot funner than this, I bet.
Robbie says, are you a fan of the street fight matches?
Yeah, I like pretty much any match.
People's like, yeet guys out.
Yeet.
This match is still going.
It's going to go for another 6 minutes, probably.
Jesus Christ almighty. Is it?
That's the song. S-P-R-I-T-E. It's a lifesaver when you eat thirst quenching.
Okay, it's weird.
Yeah. Do you remember when Criss Cross did it? The Sprite song?
No.
Pop the cat. Daddy, M-A-C. What's your left drink? S-P-R-I-T-E.
Robbie says the refs are slow at countouts. They just don't do them, like in any of these promotions.
Yeah, there's no consistency in wrestling. It's almost like it's predetermined or fake. Like basketball.
Mm.
Kind of like the NBA, where the first quarter belongs to the players, and then halfway through the second belongs to the referees, and then half of the third quarter belongs to the players, and then the rest of the game belongs to the referees.
Pickle's like, it's 10 minutes after again.
Mm-hmm. Week after week, might as well just plan on it.
Yeah, this whole,
It's a
we are
70
going
minutes.
over because we're retarded It's great.
Shane Taylor. Will Ospreay. Match that has no meaning, has no storyline. Hey, Anna J. I might watch Collision. World
And
Heavyweight
Serena
Championship
Deeb, huh?
is that night. Day. I should probably get a hold of Brett. I haven't talked to him since December. Tell him that Tyson Fury's fighting this weekend if he wants to come watch it. Wow. All right. Well, anyways, I don't even think anybody wants to be here. This one over here is not even involved.
Yeah, it's terrible. Ravi's like, yeah, it feels like 15 or 20 seconds the way they count. It's more like 5 minutes, but sure.
Between each number?
Yeah, I was going to say between each number.
Anybody been watching any WNBA? Caitlin Clark specials?
Don't they play those on like Amazon Prime or something?
I don't know.
Piccolo says if the two big promotions would get rid of the silly close fall after fall, why when they can do what they're doing right now? Oh no, my back. Oh no, my back. We're both on the ground. We don't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah, they do that on purpose. They made it part of a match. Like, they made it part of the excitement of a match. Oh, it's so close. 1, 2, 3, so close.
Yep.
Or 1, 2.5.
Yep, exactly.
When they don't need to.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why they decide that they do that. But
And if they're going to do that, they need to actually have matches end on a 1, 2, 3 of just a pinfall. They used to do it in the old days. They'd just have a pinfall. You'd be like, what the? You just pin it?
Right. No.
And maybe add some of those so there's no finisher. Just match ends from a pin. By the way, that's how they all used to end in the old days. There was no finishers and shit. But I'm talking to myself.
Are you though? Are you
very
talking about your
distracted.
finishers and stuff and how it used to be different?
It used to be different.
Pickles, like, I mean, it has to count when it has something stipulated or even matter.
Oh, slingshot, powerbomb. Nope. There's your Hurricane Rana.
Pickles, like,
Somebody
no
mentioned
thanks. It was Ravi that said they were never used.
Just seen one.
Pickles says, see, it's week after week, and here comes the hockey fight part. Pickles, like, back and forth snooze, and Ravi says, at least AEW doesn't zoom in and out, really, when someone is getting punched in the corner.
Yeah.
I haven't got that tactic down yet. Just give them time, Ravi. They'll do it. Start doing it just because you said that. Cat, cat, cat. Cat, cat, cat. You are annoying. Cat, cat, cat.
Tombstone pile driver right there. It's over. No, Okada somehow got his shoulder up. He made it bleed today, but it's looking better.
I was just looking at the hair around it and everything.
That it's coming in.
Looks like it's all dirty. Dirty.
Oh my God, he wouldn't hit him anyways.
People's like, oh, not the T-bone tombstone. Yeah, not that.
The old
Terrible.
tombstone.
People's like, Ricky, don't be jelly. Ricky Steaks. Oh, Ricky Steaks.
Nope, misses. This match is going on too long, making Okada look weak. You don't want to do that with your champions. They just signed him. Like, hey, he's a big deal. Well, he just took fucking 20 minutes to beat a tag team wrestler. Literally, we're at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, exactly. Or I was like, oh, it makes me feel dizzy when WWE does it. There isn't any need for it. I tells ya.
I think they've changed it quite a bit. I don't remember seeing any of the quick camera cuts that they were doing. Remember when they were just cut.
Yeah, they've kind of calmed down on some of that, so it's not as terrible, but still. He kicked their rope into his dick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he beat him with a pin.
All right, we're done.
Okay, cool. Bye. Well, I mean, it's funny, you know, you have a guy like Okada, and you want him to be something of worth, right?
Yeah.
So why not let him be?
Oh, look,
We're probably going to get the fourth member.
Oh, God, the fourth member is going to come out and save him.
What do you think it is?
Who's like going to be? Tell us, people, so we don't have to keep watching. Turn it off before they notice. Right? That we're still here. No!
Fourth member is going to come out.
Anarchy in the arena is what it is.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Piccola, they showed. Piccola says, quick, turn off before they notice. Robbie's like, Ricky Steaks comes with free peppercorn sauce. I was like, okay, guys, thanks for watching Wrestling Cat. Bye-bye. Well, we gotta wait. They're gonna get their fourth member, maybe. Who's
Darby, the house elf.
It's Darby who got
the house
hit
elf.
by a bus. And he's got a broken nose and shit.
Darby the house elf. Why wouldn't it be with his purple jacket or pink or whatever color that is?
It's pink. It's Pepto-Bismol pink. Feels like, it's Darby. Return of old emo pants. Right?
Did they just try to find the smallest guys they could for this match?
I think so. Well, there you go. It's Darbs. It's the Darby. Alright, everybody. Almost Hugo Pico says. I was like, Darby going in. Yeah, that's worth it. Alright, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back again on Friday for WWE SmackDown. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.